My name is Rebekah Lawes, and I'm a marriage and family studies major at BYU, Idaho. I am here today to present the career of activities director at a nursing home as one of the possible careers that you could pursue with a major in marriage and family studies. So when I first saw that listed on an online list of possible careers for this major, I was kind of shocked and a little surprised, and I really found myself wondering, how does working in a nursing home benefit families? But I'm blessed enough to know a really wonderful woman named Sherry, who is the head activities director at a local nursing home and skilled facility for end of life care. And she was more than happy to let me interview her and find out more about this job. So when I asked her about her work environment, she let me know that she does work independently quite a bit, as she's setting things up and making arrangements for different activities for the residents. She let me know that she works 40 plus hours a week, but she really loves the fact that her workday is absolutely flexible. And part of that is because the activities are geared for not just the residents, but also for their families. And so those happen in the evenings and weekends a lot of the time, which are outside of normal business hours for the facility, which would be Monday through Friday from 8 to 5. And they may have a dinner that they're hosting, or they may have a program or presentation that would be after dinner hours, where the families are invited to come and hang out with their with their grandparents or their parents that are living in the facility. And so her work hours are just really flexible, and she sets those times up, so she doesn't have a problem with that at all. When I asked her about typical stressors of the job, she did let me know that because it's a skilled center, which means that the residents require medical care, that it's federally supervised, and so the unit have to meet federal and state and federal guidelines. And so what that means for Sherry is that she's required to do a lot of logging and assessing and documenting, and she has to do those both on paper and online. She says that that's very time intensive, and that it does that is where the stress of her job comes from those reports and making sure that all the standards are being met. Moving on, when I asked her about benefits of the job, she did mention um, that they're really quite good. She did say that if you're looking at careers in different avenues or for different companies, it is going to vary by company, but that because she works at a facility that is state and federally supervised, that the benefits there are quite a bit better than if you went to like a private facility. Um, and so she mentioned that she gets paid time off, 6 days of paid, full health benefits, medical, optical, and dental are provided free of charge. She did mention that her vacation time is incredible, but she kind of said that with a snicker because there's no way she could ever use it all. She can't be gone away from work that much, which I think a lot of people run into. When I asked her what her common job task was, again, she kind of snickered and laughed, and she says, "You walk in the door and you'll see me doing everything." She arranges activities. She helps guests find their family members. She does cooking. She does sewing. She does paperwork. She said that part of her job, and part of me wonders, I don't know that this is required, but I think that it just really makes a difference for the residents that she's helping and for their families, is that she's really creative. And so she's always decorating something and finding fun things for the bulletin boards and for the residents' rooms. And, she spends a lot of time really just making them feel like they're at home and not in a facility. Um, she supervises visits, arranges meetings, and then, of course, she's got all that paperwork. When I asked her about their educational requirements, she said that all that's required is a bachelor's degree. And so I asked her what she got her bachelor's degree in, and she mentioned that she got her bachelor's degree in recreation, but she said that a lot of people these days are getting their degrees in about much more than just the people who are in the facility. That they really want to bring the families together and make sure that their loved ones aren't forgotten. And so it's the activities the activities director is really about keeping those families together when they have to be apart. And she facilitates that in such a beautiful way. It's really wonderful. When I asked her what other educational things might supplement it, and she mentioned that it doesn't. She has a CNA, degree, certifying nursing assistant, and she also has a physical therapist assistant degree. And I think that she worked in those fields for a time and realized that this is where her true calling was. But she said that having that extra, a good idea of what's going on medically doesn't ever hurt. The starting salary range is around $10 an hour, and then with experience, it bumps up to $17 to $22 an hour. And I just have to say that I've worked with Sherry as a volunteer, and it is really neat. But I didn't realize that it could be a career. And even though I've seen her many times as I was in there, I did not have any idea of how involved the job was and what it really took and what it really meant to her and to those residents. So I am very grateful to have had this opportunity to look into it further, and I'm very grateful that Heavenly Father has put this type of service in place for those people who can't be with their families and are looking at end life care. And so I share this in the name of Jesus Christ. Amen.